2Face, for me, is just a perfect entertainer when it comes to being an entertainer. 2Face, as the name stands, he's already told you he's two-faced human being. Come on. I mean, even if you don't go school as a lame man, two-faced human being. It's not that two-faced means he's a bad and a good guy. Two-faced human being means he's an entertainer and he is himself. So when you mix those two things up, you must start having issues with him. You should deal with him as an entertainer if you're an entertainer, and deal with him in person.
HohA Podcast.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome back to your one and only award-winning HohA Podcast. Yeah, the podcast don't win award. Even myself, I don't win award because of this podcast. Thank you very much for watching our videos, dropping nice comments, sharing our videos, ladies and gentlemen. And because of now we day here, and I will stop to appreciate all our guests whether they're part of this program. Then plenty, I know, and I can't name them all, but people don't support us. Many legends don't support us, and today we get another legend again. Now, to this program, everybody will call this program a legend, and we'll still be bringing legends in the entertainment industry to make sure someone get entertained. My name is 2BABA. Once again, you're welcome back to HohA Podcast. All right. Today, before I introduce our guest, I want to introduce my friend and the legend where we say, in somebody speaking English, where he will ask you questions, help you answer them if you know somebody answer them. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only KT Oba.
One thing I want actually, you know, it's hard to introduce me.
Why would I?
Because every time you introduce me,
This one another episode, so I have to introduce you.
I know. Okay, quick one. Like in talk, you don't talk it all. But quick one, I want just remind you that say it's gonna be very important and an experience. Me that still they subscribe to this channel.
Yes.
Me that still they follow, the like, the comment, because now waiting. The feedback what will they get from now? Okay, you talk side speaking. Let me just do it grammatically. Now, so of course, it's the feedback we get from you guys that encourage us to keep doing what we do and keep digging deep to bring in the best kind of guests. You know, like today, the guest I have today is my own personal person. Now, in all fairness, is my personal person, but is I was telling you, Baba, before we started that. This guy is one of the most, I want to say creative, and I say talented, because he has the two together.
Yes.
He's one of the most creative, talented Nigerian acts. Those days when we start to, now my friend, I'm not supposed to be blowing trumpet to, but enough fairness and enough sincerity. Now like that, it be. I don't talk too much. No, go digging straight to today's business.
Okay. Back to back. Audience, my people, my friends out there, our viewers, today we've got the one and only
W4!
I
think I like Nigeria. I know that W4.
Wait, I'm not waiting to stop. Make sure like W4 you got the control. So time for story.
Legendary. As of now, we are calling him
Take
legendary.
about.
But thank you for the opportunity, man.
If you never see me now, you see me. My name is W4,
Yes,
aka Sha, aka Wagba Control. You know, I deal with my people here, and everything we will talk for here and HohA Sha.
HohA.
Thank you.
All right. I want first ask some question. Not now your guy be. So make it not be like say we are planner. W4.
Yes, boss.
I beg, our audience will want to know your story into the Nigerian music industry. How do you start music? Some people, they won't be police before. So they won't be footballer. At the end of the day, they come find themselves doing music. Are you in that class? What is your story to the Nigerian music industry?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I used to say, like my genesis into the music industry. Initially, I would say I started music subconsciously because I grew up in a very strict home background, like my family background. I have a big, let me not call it big, let me call it a large military family background. Like from my dad, from my uncles, you know, Cornell, you know, like a very large family background. And I grew up in the barracks. Or job barracks, you know. So there was a lot of strict at home, in my own main house, it was strict. In my uncle's house, it was strict. In my aunt's house, it was strict. So, but what I mean by I started music subconsciously was that growing up for me, I have I used to listen to. Like, my folks play a lot of songs from the Sonny Ade to the Ebenezer Obey to the Barrister and more like Dolly. My mom's favorite artist was Dolly Parton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jolly.
You know, so listening to all the songs and growing up, you know, subconsciously they were sinking, but I didn't take note of them because my own passion, my initial passion academically was to be a doctor, like a surgeon, you know. So, but when I got from my nursery school, my primary school, when I got into my second year in my secondary school, that was when I found out that I find out that I've enjoyed listening to all this, growing up with all this music inside of me. So when I try to sing them, I don't actually sing them the way it sounds. I always subconsciously, like, I want to sing them and add extra things, and I start saying, okay, okay. So I think my love for music then started unveiling. So I think in my third term in my second year in my secondary school, I met a friend, Tokwe, you know, and in my school, Commande Ojo, I had like Samuel, Victor, Bridget. I had like 3 of my cousins in the same school with me. So I had, like, you know, I was covered. So, but when I met that friend, we became friends, and my cousin didn't like him. So, but I made my cousins to like him. So then he now trusted me. We now became friends. We now started a group in my secondary school, Sentiments. We now started singing. So from there, I started saying that, man, okay, a lot could be done with music, you know. So that's how initially I started rapping and singing. Like, I'll write raps, I'll write songs, but from day one, I've always been like a melody freak. Like, I love melodies a lot. Like, if you play 1,000 beats, I can give you different melody on 1,000 beats. I'm not gonna praise myself that I'm much of a writer, but when it comes to melody, I think
you got it.
I can wear my cap on that. You know, so after it was by the end of my secondary school that I, you know, start advancing into being professional musically. You know, that's when I met my manager. I got a manager, you know, started doing stuff. But all this, my family never knew I was into music. The passion I had for music was not relevant to my family background, you understand? Because they wanted me to be this academically sound and all them stuff. So, but I mean, after my secondary school, that was when I released my first single. That was my Temperature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Temperature came before Solo.
Temperature was the first single from the Temperature album that had Solo in it.
Wow. All right.
Solo was the first hit, but Temperature was
the first initial introduction in single, as in introducing W4 to the music industry. So that's how I started.
So, sorry, I want to, like, which state are you from?
I'm from Osun State.
Okay, you're Yoruba by tribe.
Siam now.
Wow.
Doesn't even look it.
Okay, Wale.
The W4 now. The W4 is Wale. Okay. The W is for Wale. The 4 is for
four letters.
WALE. The 4 letters that makes up my name.
Okay.
So
sorry, please explain again.
And okay, my name is Adewale Adepoju, but my name W4 was given to me by my friend's girlfriend while I was in secondary school.
Wow.
Okay, let me reveal this. Okay. When I was in my JS3 third term, my friend and I had 2 girls crushing on us. They were our seniors.
Wow.
You know, so when at the end of that third term, we're all leaving. We're all going home. We won't be seeing each other for a while. So that day, they just came and they wrote love poem for us individually. So on the love poem, the book, on my own, they wrote Wale W4. On my friend's own, they wrote Tokwe T4, because that was the name we were using as sentiments in secondary school. So that name W4 I just took it like
take it on
my name. So
nice name.
So
All right,
so let's go straight to the business. Straight to business of the day. You know, actually, I was telling earlier on that to me, you're probably one of the creative, talented, because you can be creative, and if you're not talented, you probably be writing songs or doing melody for other people. W4, when Solo was a hit, how how did you embrace it? How did you come about that jam first? Because that jam to me, I was watching on Instagram and I saw this popular Nigerian artist was still listening to the song. He said that's the song he listens to when he wakes up in the morning. How did you feel about the success of that very first jam? What came about? What led to it? And how did you feel eventually when it became everybody's favorite?
That song, the song solo is quite very, very personal because after my secondary school, my partner, I thought we were going to have like a career together.
A group?
Yeah. Okay. I was in a group in my secondary school. So after my secondary school, I felt like we're going to have a career together in music. But, he's a British citizen and his Popsy was a very big reverend man of God in Nigeria. I don't want to mention names, you understand? So after our secondary school, they just felt like I was a bad influence to him. So they made sure they disintegrated us and they took him back to the UK. So I was left in Nigeria. And, I just wanted to I wanted to let my friend know and his parents to know that like music is not a bad thing. It's just like then when we used to play football while we're young, parents don't want us to play football. They feel like we're leaving our own works to go play football. But right now, everybody wants their kids to play football.
Yeah, it's because of
music.
Money.
Don't use the word money. Just use the word a bright future.
A brighter future.
Yeah, you understand?
Okay.
So, like when music then initially, like when we used to do music then, when we started music then, there was no like a bright future. There was no good perception and like there was no. I won't blame it on our parents. I'll blame it on civilization. Civilization as in general, civilization in technology, advancement, social media, and all that. So they didn't really like see beyond. You understand? Even if people that saw beyond was because their children did it out of arrogance
and succeeded.
So they don't have any option than to move along. So music and football then was not really like what our parents wanted us to do.
Yes.
They wanted us to be the academically sound person and I try to like have the academical based career. So I needed to like prove my friend wrong and prove his parents wrong. I used to live by 2 or 2 in life. That's how I used to live by 2. Until the day I fed a vision to my eyes. To see a man to sacrifice for time. Like to see me and my partner sacrifice for time. Yeah. But gone at the time everything materialized. It was gone at the time everything materialized. Yeah. I gave out all I've got all the way, all to the way. Me no see no changing face. There was a time that I was in school, He was so frustrated that he left his house. He has to come and stay in my house. His father was my PTA chairman in Command of Jordan. They had to go to my school, carry our commandant, our RSM, and come to my house. But when they got to my house,
take him.
But when they got to my house,
he was not there.
They couldn't even enter. He was there. I was me now. Commandant was a lieutenant colonel. RSM was just one other dude. But my uncle was a colonel. So they couldn't just come and bully me. So when they came, my uncle was not around. It was security in my house. And when they came, they said they were looking for me. I said, no problem. I just told my security that I don't want them to come into my premises. They want their child. I just told my friend to go and meet. Because I wouldn't want it to escalate. But now I pray to God to work pardon me, to run me things, me plus me, more reason. Solo I start to do my things and people ask me why. And I say, sorry, it's not my fault. I do, I'm all alone. But I know surely I'm gonna be up on your dailies. You will even watch me on your tellies. All of the station and go jam it. And I go take you to the club and I go slam me more all night long. So it's just it's like an encouragement. That song is very personal. It's like encouraging everybody not to leave your dream. Your dream is as important as your existence. Whatever dream you're dreaming, whatever you want to be in life, that thing is as important as you yourself. Because if your dreams die, it's like you are dead. And if you are dead, your dream is dead. So your dream is just like a visualizer of yourself. You understand? So
You know,
That's just my story.
so many people like that song and probably do not know.
Do not know.
I don't know if you have said this somewhere else before,
This
but
is the first time I'm actually
because in all honesty and in all hearing the meaning now makes me song where I like before makes me feel more.
Please, sorry, like before I forget this question.
Ask.
This brings me to my next question.
Yeah.
Now, if you check the way just analyze this song now, you see the song get meaning.
Yeah.
For maybe like for
Makes
personal
a
life
lot of
situation, now you
sense.
see why that song.
Yeah.
Now compared to this era of this day, so what do you have to talk about the music where they now? What's your comment about Nigerian music now? The lyrics, more go to the lyrics.
You know, see, there's something in life here. You know, life started from using stone to make fire.
Mm-hmm. Stone Age.
Before matches, before lighter, before gas, before all this. This is advancement. When music started way back, and the way it started, before it even got to that level, before I did control, there's been a lot of advancement. Now, to this present age, there's a lot of advancement. Now, there's even AI for crying out loud.
AI.
You can tell AI to write. You can tell AI to write a song.
Of course,
for you.
sure.
It might not give you a melody, but it might give you lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about Nigeria music industry now, it's growing. It's getting what it's supposed to have. You understand? See, like they say, one man's food is another man's poison. That music, that vibe that you are thinking is not working for you. It's working for a bunch of people.
Okay.
Music cannot just be one. We have Christianity, we have Islam, we have bunch of
religions, tradition.
If God wanted everything to be one way, He would have made everything to be one way, one religion, one life, one truth, one everything. You understand? So one truth. We have one truth, one light. Yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean. So what we are having now is advancement.
Advancement in music.
You see, when a child is growing up, there's what they call juvenile delinquency. You must pass through that level.
You must.
Even if your papa and pope, so to say, you must pass through that level. So, and one thing I always encourage people is like, when it comes to regrets, regret is something you're supposed to think about and let go.
Okay.
Not think about it and hold on to it. Because if you hold on to this, there's a lot of disadvantage. You're holding on to it. You're wasting your time holding on to it.
Yes.
You're wasting your mental reaction holding on to it. There's a lot of negative stuff. So remember, on to the next. Almost.
On to the next one.
You know what I mean? So music now, you cannot say that all the sounds out there are not lyrically endowed. You can't say. Music is a choice. Music is life. You pick your life. You pick your choice of music. And I bet you, right? You might pick your choice of music now, and tomorrow or the next minute you are in a particular mood. Now which I want to hear this.
That's all.
Okay, quick one. I think he had jumped. I was going to come here later, but let me still manage myself to come in between again. Your song, Work Back Control. Control well, but there was a time that there was first subsidy issue. And that song was used as Work Back Control. Were you sure? You know that time? Now, how did you feel? How fulfilled did you feel at that time? You shed more light on that. That's why I said I didn't want us to jump.
That subsidy era was just. I just woke up one morning and my friend in the UK, he just said he's in America.
Imagine.
He sent me the cartoon picture of me holding a gallon. Yes. That they've changed. They got one of my picture and they did me that was holding a gallon.
Caricature.
So as a bastard, I'm sorry. But my friend, fond of each other. The guy was waiting with this one. Who sent you this one? He said, I want girl, now one of the girl for UK. In the Yankee, he said, I one of the girl for UK, and I send them the picture. I said, Before the end of that day, it was Fashola that was the governor then. Before the end of that day, Fashola's PA he chatted me. And on his chat, it was that cartoon that was on his profile. So I was just like, okay. I think this stuff is going good. So in the north, all the while that I've been going to my gigs in the north, there's never been a time that I sing my song and I say, Omonge Wagba Control. They don't even know what's control. What they sing is Omonge Wagba Petrol. I think that subsidy stuff actually
blew this up.
In the north, and in the north, they were just like my mom used to come in every time. Because after the first time that I went for the it was even my boss, my soul-keep president, Sam Sultan, that actually called me that that okay. Ola Amalofun protest subsidy, you know. I said, Baba, I'm more now. So we drove from I was still in Festac then, or I was on the island, but I know I went to meet him in Festac. We drove from Festac to Oshodi. Driving from Festac to Oshodi, that subsidy period, even not for who we were, would have been mobbed.
Yes.
Because the roads were blocked. So, but when we come down, when we show our face, they say, Kemalo. So that day was the only day I went. But every day, because of my song went viral with the subsidy, every day, the old national television kept showing only me every day. So every morning, my mom would come in. So I just said, no, mommy, so she kept calling me every day, like, how come you are going to protest every day? I said, no, mommy, I'm not going to protest every day. It's the one I did. So that subsidy stuff was, you see, when God is working here, you have your own planner, like, you know, but God doesn't like to, you know, when you have stuff in your head, like, you are looking for help here. And you know, say, if you get one chairman, maybe say you look, say, this guy, I'm going to help me, this guy. That means you're trying to work for God. God does not like to, He likes to be God. He likes to be special. He likes to be unique. He likes to be Him. He likes to be everything. So, once you are thinking, He's always going to bring a new way to surprise you. So, that subsidy and everything, I didn't see it coming, you know. I didn't plan. I didn't call anybody to give out by everything. Just like when Control blew. When Control got everybody, the old radio station started doing work by Control prayer, everything. And you know, so I'm someone that I work with faith a lot. Like two things that I work with: energy and faith. Wow. Well, let me not call it faith. Let me call it energy and my belief in God. Yeah, because my energy is like, if I meet you, if I talk to you, if I see you, if I speak to you, I can feel the vibe. It's just follow calm energy. You understand what I get? So, like, when that Wagba Petrol came out, I just felt like, okay, let me leave it for God. Yeah, show me the sign, make I just follow.
Just like how you just said now, you just said something that one comedian always talk. And just talk he said, if you know your destiny helper, it means that God will be involved in that.
God will be involved, but God will be jealous. Okay. So he go swap. He go swap.
Deeper interpretation.
Deeper. So I want to ask you again. You are one of my favorite artists for this country. 2FACES Idibia. You guys, as in, like that song, he did a hit song where he said mention your name. Apart from that, there's a collaboration between Sam Sultan, 2FACES, and you.
Yep.
You know?
A song, Abby?
Yes, a song now.
Yeah, Bushmeat.
Bushmeat. So, what was the relationship with like these guys? How is it for you, like growing up around these talented people? You know, how was it for you?
Yeah.
How has 2FACES influenced you musically itself? Because it's a legend.
Both 2FACES and Sam Sultan, how both of them influence you?
Okay, you know, after my secondary school, that was when I got my first manager. That's Akidi. You know, Akidi, like, stood out to be one. He's a graphic designer. He used to be a graphic designer that does graphic for Kenny's Music, does artwork for a bunch of artists, from the Plantation Boys to Sam Sultan. He's the one. Most of the graphics, the arts design that most of these artists did, like them, Plantation Boys, Basket Mouths, a lot of stuff. He was the one that was basically doing the graphic then. So he was my first manager. That he actually managed me and my friend as a group. That's Sentiments. You know, so that was where I got the opportunity to meet. A lot of them were like actually coming to see him. They were staying with him, you know. So at the point in time, Plantation Boys, Sam Sultan, they were staying with him. Rugged Man, Basket Mouth. The one I could actually remember is Plantation Boys, Sam Sultan, and Basket Mouth. They were staying with him in Festac then. So I was like the smallie then. You understand? Because I was very young. No, that was my. So, and when they now find out, San Sultan had a band, Jagbajanti's band. So when he find out that, okay, I had talent, and he embraced me, he said I should be part of his Jagbajanti's band. The first day we had rehearsal, I said, I'm going to be the head of the Jagbajanti's band. So I was like the head of his band. So most time we go for rehearsals, we are in studio. I'm always the one doing all the work, like, you know. So that, I was doing it with passion because that was like a big
responsibility
ginger for me. So, and, you know, 2FACES, San Sultan, Plantation Boys, they were like one.
Yeah.
So most of the time, even when Plantation Boys broke up and it was just 2FACES, I was still with him. So I had these three people, Plantation Boys. Okay, let me just say 2FACES, San Sultan, and Basketman. I had them with my manager Akidi. I had them. They were like my boss. You know, my egbon. That, you know. So I had the opportunity to meet a lot of people, to mingle with a lot of people, to showcase my talent and all them stuff. So since then, the relationship has been great. From Hypertech Entertainment to Nigerian Ninja to Baron's World to the relationship is like forever. Because when we see ourselves right now, after our the King San Sultan, you know, keep resting. You know, but every other person, when we see ourselves now, it's still the same way that it has been. Even that song that Ian made that 2FACES did, make sure like W for you got the control. Me and 2FACES didn't actually see for like 6 to 8 months. Like we didn't even see, we didn't on phone. It was in Abuja. I was in Abuja and I didn't even know he was in Abuja. I had a gig. I had like a bunch of gigs in Abuja, Port Harcourt. So I was in Abuja and he was in Abuja. I was in a club and he was coming in. I was leaving the club, he was coming into the club. When he now saw me, he now had to drag me back to the club. But I told him I had something. I said we should go. On our way to where I was going to, that was when I said, hey, W4, I get everything I want to play for you. That was when I played the song was not even out then. Now play, I said, back, you don't share it. So I'm fucking, I'm so organic.
It's a podcast, you're free.
Yeah, so I'm just so organic like that. Like
everything works for good for you.
Everything works for good for me. You know, just my only link is God.
God. Please, I've seen that song for control. Many people really know who they are.
You never see me when you see me when I'm on MC. I'm on a duty. On to the next one, on to the next one, girl. I say. I wanna put it down like 1, 2, 3. Wanna put it on you like 1, 2, 3. Now I want to take control. On to the next one. Every time, girl, she didn't want to use me like a roll on to the next. So,
you know, that was why I gave it to W4 finally. You know why? Because before then, I've been admiring him from far. But, you know, along the line, I now swap from the TV presentation industry to music. Like when I was now doing music, we now had a one-on-one. It was after that, you know, see, what kind of creative human being is this? I was just like, It was at that point I gave it to him. So I wasn't surprised when 2FACES now still added that he was the dawn of control. But that was 2FACES just affirmed his place in the music industry.
You know why? And that word, make sure like W4, you got the control. I'm going to say is like, you know, my boss sometimes, he meets me and sees me in places and he, like,
boy,
you did. You know, me, I'm just this kind of person. I don't have friends, but I know a bunch of people here. So, like, I know places and times that my boss will see me and like, that's 2FACES. You see me and like, W4, you know? Now maybe that's,
that's it.
You understand? When you work with the person, you get the control. There's no way you say no go get control.
You get control.
Now, this is my question. Between now and then, because for me now, considering all that, add a little bit more expectations.
Yeah.
In all fairness.
Yeah.
A little bit more expectations that, this is it. This guy, What really, can you take us through your musical career in aspect of labels or contract or whatever it is, because the way you were tuning at the time it just ceased.
Just stop, you know?
Oh yeah.
And I still know you are still you.
You know, after Control, I got into a label with a set of people like, you know, it's just rich kids that were my fans that turned to my business partner, you know. So we had funds. We started up the career. We released the song Foreign Dance. Clarence Peter shot the video. But at the point of actually executing, you know, promotion is a very big deal when it comes to entertainment. At the point of the major promotion, that was when I started finding out like we're lapsing on finances. And before I could actually balance on that, the boys have left the country. So I was just by myself, and for 3 months I kept getting mail from a particular lawyer, but I was just nonchalant about it. So, but at a particular time, I just said, okay, when I now had my own lawyer, because I had a lawyer, she traveled, so I now got a new lawyer. So I now said, okay, I now called him one day, I don't get mail from this particular lawyer. I beg, I won't make a translate them for me in pidgin English. He just laughed. So that was when he now told me that they've been this letter is to summon me to court. And it's been coming up for the past 3 months. I say, wow, I'm not read. It's about my contract with those people. That was when I now find out that they borrowed money from an investment bank
to sign you.
But they told me their uncle gave them the money, but I didn't know it was from an investment bank. You know, so I think what the mistake they did was that they now used that money to invest in something else that flopped instead of to do my own career. Actually, I went to see the lawyer. We had meetings, and they told me like for 5 years, 7 months, I won't be able to put out anything with that name.
5 years, 7 months.
So all I could do then was just writing songs, selling melodies, traveling with my mom. My mom is a retired cosmetologist.
Okay.
So I was always traveling with her. She's into cosmetics, she's into fabrics. So she's in and out of the country. So I just didn't want anything to just like numb my mind and numb my
you don't even go to what is it called? Depression.
No, depression can never be my thing.
Amen.
I'm a child of God, so and I passed that level of depression. You know, there are some things that you don't pray for anymore because you passed it, you just command it. Yes. But you speak authoritatively. You understand? Knowing God is not just knowing God and going to church and be a believer. No, you need to have the spirit and the authority to be able to speak. It's not that you won't go through stuff, but at least there are some things where you don't pass it, whether they won't charge you for small. No, you don't pass that level. Say there, no, as a Christian, as a believer, there's some level that you suppose don't pass. There's some prayers where nobody pray again, when you just tell us, okay, you understand, and it to be done. So I just felt like, okay, it was after the whole contract and after the whole label issue, that's when I now released the song We Put You, Let Me Know.
Okay.
That was my first single after the whole.
I was going to ask that what inspired that song, but you have come to it now. Yeah. Tell me, what inspired that song? Because imagine we'd had old artists. You know, the essence of this show is to bring in, remember, most of them do not have something new with you know, current artists. I will now start asking them, what do you intend to? They now tell us, what are the plans, or how do you come? But you've even done that. You have a song with Butch already. What inspired and what led to guy? I think it's a lovely song. I've seen the videos there.
It's just lovely. It's just the vibe. You know, music is something that, you know, it's either you learn it or it's follow come. You understand? So I just went to the studio, you know, Buju, as in through my manager, there's a kind of domestic relationship with him and all them stuff. So we ran into the studio that day, we did it, we recorded the song with a bunch of like Capri song.
Same manager that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, man, like school.
Wow. Cool, was a nice song for you. You're still going to give us that vibe for this one was singing. Because you have done 2 songs already.
I ain't gonna see single.
Okay, so you do
tell
that.
Me what you all about. Let me know, yeah. And I'll do anything, my girl. Just let me know. Would you let me know? Go copy Alabama streaming.
Okay,
yeah,
it's online now.
Yeah, it's
online. You can stream it on YouTube.
Yeah,
I did yesterday.
You can stream. Yeah.
All right. So You want to ask any question again?
I want us to, just look a little bit away from as it's been going. If you were going to compare, like imagine that you're going to do music now.
Yeah.
It's a new generation. I mean, it's been, you sang in the 2000s as you came into the scene.
Yeah.
If you were going to come into the scene now, instead of me asking you that, what will you tell me about the difference between music there and now? If you're going to come to the scene now, if it was now, what will you do differently if you're just going to come in now? This is generation of Rema and
you see, if the answer is like if I'm now and then, like what I used to say, like there's no way like I would see what's gonna happen now then. I could only make music that will last now. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So because there's so many things that we have right now that we never had at that time, like social media most importantly. You understand? Social media is a very big and major influences rather on everything, not just the entertainment or music. You understand? Everything, you understand? So and the ability for you to be able to actually, come in, blend into anything, that's what makes you great. You understand? So, if right now I don't think there's anything that's happening right now that I'm not doing. Like if you listen to my song I did with Buju, if you listen to the song I'm pushing right now, which is W4 Sha, you understand? So it's, that has actually answered that space of question, like, what would I do now? What have I been doing before? Like now, if you listen to Sha right now, you wouldn't even know it's W4. You understand?
Yeah. So it don't change.
It's just normal.
It looks contemporary.
It's just advanced. Like I used to wear skinny pants like that doesn't touch the ground. Aside from my music, I also have a fashion background.
Yes.
Because when I started my career, I'm somebody like I like to give value for money when it comes to my fans. When I started my career, I used to wear skinny pants and Kara pants that doesn't get to the ground. I came up with
I remember
type of trend. But right now, like with the Sha, when I released the Sha song, I improved. Now I have my palazzo pants, I have my shirts, I look more like, so and everybody still wants to, nobody's asking questions, everybody's just like, wow. So that's what I've been getting all my life. And every time I come out with something, it's always wow. So come on.
Are you married?
No, I'm still single.
Wow.
Like boldly single.
Boldly single?
Yes.
Are you planning to?
Everybody has a plan.
Soon? I mean like soon?
No, you can't put the word soon.
When it says
you
single.
understand? I have plans for everything in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll ask question again. Like, like the 3 top artists now, we get for this country now.
Yeah.
Like they came after you. Talking about Wizkid came after you. Davido came after you. Burna also came after you. So, if you have to choose among the 3 of them, can you?
When it comes to, you see, that aspect of choosing is like your favorite.
Your favorite?
Me, I don't have a favorite.
Okay, you don't have a favorite?
I don't have a favorite. It's not even about them, it's about the industry, basically. I really don't have a favorite. Because growing up for me, if I'm going to say I have a favorite when it comes to music, is to be like Brandy, Brandy, R. Kelly, people that I actually learnt and gained from. You understand? There's no way you will not. That's one thing that does not happen that doesn't happen now. People don't actually reference to Genesis. But me, listening to people that are really close to me when I was like building up my career, that I've been a Brandy fan for like forever. I've been an R. Kelly fan for like forever. I've been a Music Soul Chat fan forever. I've been a Frank Ocean fan forever.
Imagine.
You understand? I have things that I listen to, you understand, to guide me, to enhance me. So when talking about favorites in my own music industry right now, so to say, no disrespect, I really don't have a favorite because I might just be in a vibe and I want to listen to Wizkid. I might be in a vibe, I want to listen to Burna Boy. I might be in a vibe, I might just be in a vibe, I want to listen to playlist of just Wizkid, Rema, Burna, And it's just a vibe.
Let me just leave you. You have smartly run away from that answer. So let me give you this one like Kosibito Lesalo. You know what I mean? That means you can't run it. Of course you do. But I want to say for our viewers that there's no way you can run it. Now we had people on our podcast. We had Blackface.
Okay.
I'm going to mention some names so that you know where my question is going.
Okay.
We had Blackface.
Okay.
We have had Nelson Brown.
Okay.
We have had
What I'm saying?
Where MC.
Yeah.
We have had, because I need to be sure, deliberately mentioned that most recently we had AJ Native.
Okay.
Probably I haven't seen that, but the viewers might have seen it now or will see it. Now I have those 4 people. For one reason or the other, we had to talk about 2FACES Dibia.
Okay.
Now there's someone you have a relationship with. There's someone that had mentioned you in a song.
Hit song.
Now, every one of them have said and praised how wonderful, how good, how 2FACES he is. But every one of them had one comma about him. Of course, we all know there is no human being that doesn't have a comma. But if I'm going to judge all that, I'm going to feel like a 2FACES, it's not even all that after all. In all fairness, because you have not said that you had any contract or business relationship with 2FACES.
Yeah.
So I want you to tell me your perspective, both as a personal, whatever 2FACES is, bros or mentor to you, and in respect to what all these people have said. Some have said they have stolen the song. Some have said they are not giving them respect. Some have said he has been disrespectful. Some have said that he had not given them royalties. In all that, I want you assume you are neutral. I want you to give us a general perspective. Don't be unbiased and put you on the spot. Everybody's listening. This podcast, everybody's going to see. Both 2FACES fan and not 2FACES fan. I want to be honest. What is your take on this guy, this man, this former 2FACES, now 2BABA? Let's go there.
Oh yeah, this is one thing I really don't like to.
You can't run from this one.
When it comes to talking about or someone else or all them stuff. I really don't like to put myself in that, in that shade because, is the only person that can speak about perfection is God.
Yes.
You understand? And nobody's God. We are all flesh.
Yes.
He made us, and for crying out loud, so to say, to be very sincere, God made everybody with a touch, a sprinkle of pride. That sprinkle of pride is to guide you, not to mislead you.
Yes.
Because there will be some situation you need to put on your pride cap, so that you not be killed, so that you not lost yourself. It's just the people that actually misuse it or elaborate on the fact that there's a pride somewhere that actually have issues. When it comes to 2FACES, is for me, it's just a perfect entertainer when it comes to being an entertainer. And I always tell people there's a difference between being an entertainer and being one's self and being yourself. You understand? Like social media is not for everything. But some people have that misconception of putting everything on social media. And at the end of the day, some have regrets, some don't have regrets. You understand? But you see, when someone is actually dealing with you, I think you're supposed to deal with that vibe that's giving you. Don't try to look beyond assumption. I don't like assumption. You understand? 2FACES, as the name stands, he's already told you he's two-faced human being.
That's 2FACES.
Come on. I mean, even if you don't go school as a layman, two-faced human being. It's not that 2FACES means he's a bad and a good guy.
No.
Two-faced human beings means he's an entertainer and he is himself. So when you mix those two things up, you might start having issues with him. You understand? You should deal with him as an entertainer if you're an entertainer, and deal with him in person. Don't mix it up. You understand? A lot of people can have misconception about you, and meanwhile your heart is pure. It's just like person tell me, say, Baba, beg, give me urgent 2K. Don't be say you don't want to give them, but you said they wait for a lot so you go call me you and the 2K. But that person don't feel say you the Jones arm. Go come the build thoughts for head.
I like that example because I'm always in that shoe.
So when that's assumption, if you make that person the beef, you make that person won't kill you, make that person hate you. All those, I know I don't like smells at all. When you start building thoughts in your head that you're not 100%, you're not even 50% or 99% sure. Come on, man.
Yeah,
that's envy.
Yes.
That's envy.
Mm.
And when you start envy is dangerous.
Even to your health. Yeah.
Because, you know, I understand. But yeah.
All right. So, I think behind what you have said, so many meaning have been read into it. So, let's leave that one. Let me take you to another level. Sorry, before you ask now, because funny enough, when W4 started, I don't know if it was a label or a marketing deal he had his first album, because the marketer actually marketed my album too. So, I want to compare that, because I believe that you have some kind of management that manages you now.
Yeah.
Now, how do you want to describe the music business then? For you, not for these new people that just came in. You know, for these new people, we worked those years, because I still want to say we, because being a TV presenter or being whatever it is, I was an artist. I released an album in 2008, and he was aware of it. Now, what I'm saying, considering then, that time, my daddy was my executive producer. He wasn't even at the album launch. He didn't even know what song I played. He didn't know anything, but I had a marketer. That marketer was W4's first marketer to Hypodrop, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I want us to just compare that period and now for people like us. Why I'm saying that, so that if tomorrow I decide that, okay, I want to go back to music.
It's simple. It's just analog and digital.
Okay?
Just analog, then it's digital now.
No, but does it work for those that have done? You know, people that are coming in now, it's easier.
It's advantage
for
everybody before, after, anything.
So if you're coming in now,
because now you can count your money by yourself, you can see your money by yourself, you can check your back end by yourself. You don't have to call any marketer or anybody. All you guys need to do is just to share email and you see your stuff running. You know where you are liked, where you are almost liked, where you are going to be liked. You know, so it's a plus. It's a plus. You know, it's an issue now. You understand? Sorry. It's a plus.
So you see what I was okay.
I know. If you want to ask me, I still have, but I was thinking
of.
Now, let's talk relationship. W4. I'm talking to you as your person.
Yes,
he asked you that you say you are single.
Yes.
Those years. You know what I mean? That we were in the prime where and people, we had ladies that would deliberately come at you. W4. I'm saying it in his face. So why I'm saying that is that, tell us a little bit more about your relationship side. Why are you single and really single? Since then, you have been on top of the game, and I was aware when they were chasing you since 2006.
They still chase, bro.
So why is it still like that now?
Doesn't mean that you is option. You understand? You know, in life, as you need to know yourself. My decision is just from me knowing myself. You understand? When it comes to my experience is very vast in so many things. You can name it. You understand? So for the fact that I'm single doesn't mean that I'm a virgin or I'm a saint.
Not.
You understand? I still have like chokehold of females left, right, center, everywhere. You understand? Not even the fact that I'm W4, the fact that I'm me myself. You understand? My appearance, my persona, my steez,
your fashionista.
You understand? So it's just normal. You understand that kind of thing. But you know, as you are building yourself, you need to know when you put the block, when you put the cement, when you put the so you have a smooth. So
W4, I'm not deep in dig. I'm not deliberately, because this is HohA. If you come here, you can't just go slit. You have to say something that will make people say, okay, so that's why I want to ask this question. I'm single.
Yeah.
I compared myself with you that year. I'm single now.
Yeah.
But hello, my singleness, I have 2 kids.
Okay.
You people say, well, come on, follow more. That means they don't count kids for kids.
Yeah.
And the only time they say that is that when they say how many wives do you have or how many children, then I'll say one come along, form along. That means I've been in a relationship that I've been fruitful. But for some reason or the other, I'm not married now.
Yeah.
And I can say that, but at least I told them a story. Bobo, give us a more detailed issue about. If we don't get controversial issue on music, let's get it from your personal.
There's no detail when it comes to that. It's just that my life. What I can say about me and women is that, like, I tell God every time, like the blessings, the grace that I'm actually asking for is not just for myself. I don't have a background that looks up to me for anything. Nobody calls me for rent or anything. My family, everybody on cheche. You understand? So, like, I want to be like a miracle. That's how I want to be. when it comes to my life. I want to be a miracle to those that never had the experience that they. Miracle is not just praying and something big's happen.
You have a song titled Miracle now, right? So Miracle.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So miracle is something that you're looking for 1K and you get 5K from nowhere. Where you not your friend, not your, as in just, you understand? My life growing up, my career, my personal life, I've always had opportunities from women.
Okay.
Women has always been like, their love has been enormous, extreme. You understand? Even What About Control, the Control song, I was living in Festac then, So it was a female friend of mine that actually paid for a studio session for like 5 months. She felt like, okay, my brain was like, I was always worried, So she said, okay, what can she do to just give me relief? I said, man, I want to be going to studio every day. She went to studio, she paid for 5 months. So I was going to studio every day. The night I made Control, I wanted to take a break, a 1 week break then. So I wanted to take a 1 week break. So I now said, okay, like I paused. I wanted to sort out my engineer and stuff. I had like debt, like 300K up to 300K debt. So she was like, my girl said she was going to come through then. But when she came, she was not in the same page. She was, I think she was coming from the party. So she was a little bit tipsy. She wanted something else. So me, I just wanted to, like, when she came, I was just not in the mood. I was paranoid. I was looking for something, and someone was coming to another thing. I just told my manager, Mr. Baba, I mean, she go be like, she won't use me like roll-on. That was how I went into the studio. 15 minutes, the song was made. And the biggest magic that happened that night was after she left here. I knew she left in pain, but when I went to the studio, I did that song. As I came out to just hear the song, my manager just brought my phone, and my phone has been ringing. When I picked the call, it was another female friend of mine, Zara. She said she's been calling me for 2 hours, that she's been in Festac. I said, what are you doing in Festac? She came to see me, blah, 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 blah. I asked my manager to go and pick her. They brought her. When she came, she cleared everything that was in the studio. I left that studio. I didn't even listen to the song till a week because I was just resting. I was just chilling. So that song Control was actually from that incident that happened between me and my female friend that night. And the miracle that happened was that as she left, another person came and just brought relief. It's still happening till tomorrow. Like the love I get from females, like I have a bunch of them that have done shit for me. I don't even want to talk to me anymore because they don't want to give me the impression like they did it because they want payback. So that's what I'm telling God, like, God, I have to live for these people, man. You have to bless me enough for me to do things comfortably, to give people miracle. I'm not doing it for them because the only thing that I'll be very sincere with is that if I do good for you, I won't talk about any other thing than just for you to know God and to give you the confidence that this thing I'm doing for you, no reason tomorrow now you're going to do it for people. You understand? So
God, do me this favor. Sorry, it's a favor because at least you have done a couple of these things. You're going to do me one song. Now, I remember that song. Those were when we were close. You did it in a 2FACES. No, Odogu compilation.
Okay.
If you come in, please, you need to. I love that was my song that year. Please, can you do that for me? He knows it now. Odogu compilation. He had 2FACES, he had FACE, he had W4, he had name it, all the big artists in Nigeria. I mean, do it.
Okay, that's the Bad Sharp Guy.
Bad Sharp Guy above. I know the verse. He might not be able to do the verse, but the verse was fast.
Always telling me
that jam.
That's his favorite song.
That's my
anytime he sees me, that's what
when you hear it now, just to him.
This is coming for me is another love song, love. I am singing to you, my only love, my love, I love. I will be there for you, do everything that you want me to do. And I know go use juju, only call you my boo. If you come in my heart, you gonna go.
You don't want go. No job.
Way back stuff, man. Way back.
If you come
okay,
in
you know
my
the
heart,
song.
you know,
I know you didn't know it when I was asking. You didn't know where they are.
When that man in the chorus for us now,
you didn't know where it
If you come in my heart, you gonna go on go. You gonna go on go. If you come in March, you gonna go on go. You gonna go on go nowhere.
Right song.
No.
So like today, like the
I
last question. Do you feel respected in the industry today as someone who has been there? The last question.
Respect.
Before you drop your hand.
Let me correct you on that. Respect starts from you as an individual. You need to respect yourself. Don't ever. 2 things that you should never ever look out for: respect and love. Don't ever. Just chill. Do your thing. Have your steez. Have your persona. See me now. Just go out after praying in my room and look good. I get what I want. You understand? So when you're talking about respect, I know they look for more. You understand? Because you talk about love. I know they look for love. I have the love of God and the love of my mother. So there are some things I'll come to you. That's why I was saying in the beginning that as a believer, as a Christian, there's a level you get to. There are some things you don't need to pray about anymore. You command them. Sharp.
Holy.
They know me. They won't buy me codeine.
Yeah.
Just to slow me. Omo meta koyomi.
Yeah.
Omo mejo koletomi. My money long like limousine. Many people them show me. Money long like limousine. Yeah. This our love never die. Our love no forget part 2. That's my brand new single.
I want that video just yesterday.
Go and copy.
I saw that video yesterday. Lovely video.
Yes,
I like to commend you for the video. Nice one. Whoever directed it, nice video.
Thank you, boss.
Sorry, your handle.
My handle is W4Sha on all platforms. TikTok, everywhere. X everywhere. Just
W4Sha. Please go and follow.
W4SHEE everywhere. See me there.
Sha SH. Of course, not to forget, still follow me too. I know it over talk up. KTO on Instagram and on Facebook, and of course on X, that's Twitter, is Daddy KTO. Daddy KTO.
Thank you. Follow me, 2BABA'S show at all social media platforms. 2BABA'S show. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Please do.
All right. Peace out.